Greetings and welcome in, fellow travelers. Today, we are going to go on a tour of No Man's High real estate. I thought it would be fun to show off some of the planets that we have. Some of these are going to be community planets, like the one I'm starting off on right now. And others are going to be ones that I just happened upon, slapped down a base, and either built something or just never returned. But there's some really great places, and I'll be sharing the coordinates and the galaxy information for everything. And all are welcome to build if you find a planet that just looks too cool to pass up. And yeah, so let's get on with it. We are starting off right here on our number one, our first community planet in No Man's High. And the name of that planet is Omens 11. And if you've heard me talk about Omens 11 before, you will know that it is colloquially referred to as Blue Dream. And I'll show you real quick why. Thankfully, through all of the iterations, all of the changes from Worlds and Worlds 2, it has maintained its blue color, although it no longer has the bioluminescent grass. It's still an amazingly beautiful planet. Check out that sky. And even better once you get into dusk and dawn, as you will see shortly. And so we have this wild yellow and purple and blue sunset and sunrise. There's like that green color coming through. Like, it is so incredibly colorful. The cave systems here are insane. And there's just so much to see here. There's so many incredible places to build. And yeah, so before we go further, welcome in Zesty. So good to see you as always. Thank you for joining us. It's like a Miami Vice planet. Yeah, it's got a little bit of that vaporwave kind of vibe to it. A little bit. So here we are with the coordinates in the bottom left of the screen. And this is in Euclid. It's got these great, some people call them Vegas trees. I call them Trufula trees after the Dr. Seuss book. And what else? What are they actually called? What is that? What's that tree called? I can't remember. Protea wheel tree. That's it. Look at the color at night. It's like a dark plum and golden color to those trees as it lights up. Very nice. Beautiful planet, day or night. And like I said, the caves are stunning here. Some of them are absolutely massive caverns. We've got the cool cobalt crystals. And many of the cave systems through here are just massive. They just keep going. And they'll occasionally dip into the water. Like this room alone has all these different paths that you can go down. You know, many of you have seen my elaborate base on this planet. And these caves are what allowed that to happen. And they just keep on going. Susical. Positively susical. Yep, the Lorax, you got that right. All right. And let's head off. Let's go find us a base terminus. And then we can go on to the next. Dead Parrot, welcome in. We are on Omens 11. Of course, we're going to start off there. Gotta start off there. That's you know, it's home. It's home. Oh, that's not my base. That is just an archive that I marked. That's not going to get us to where we're going. There is no... There we go. There's no terminus. We're flying toward Devil's Dream right now. And we'll use that terminus to get us to where we're going. Hey there, Spock. Welcome in. We'll come up through here and use the terminus in my base. Alright. Let's see. Well, we're in the neighborhood, so let's hop over to Devil's Lettuce. This is another big community planet for No Man's High. And this one, like some of the other ones, isn't as spectacular as it used to be. At the same time, it is still a very cool place to build. Tons of bases here. And it's very close to Omens, the planet that we were just on. It also has the Protea wheel trees. Only these are different colors, but look at that. That pink, purple, and teal. Very cool. And on these, the stalks light up a little bit more. And that smaller one has green on the end as it lights up. I'll show you what this looks like. Oh, hey, and someone happens to be here. Beautiful, beautiful sort of orangey red grass. Blue water, green skies. And let me put the coordinates up. This is also in Euclid. Like I said, it's very close to our capital system and the capital planet that we were just on. There's some really cool creatures here. Should be some cruising right over here. There's my base, Devil's Lettuce. We won't really bother with that right now because we're all about just checking out all the real estate this time around. And I've showed off that base a whole bunch of times. Where are those creatures? I want to show off a couple of those. Alright, they should spawn over here. Oh, there they are, right over there. The markings on these are super cool. And the colors are great. Gray, teal, that sort of lilac purple. I think that's like the coolest one. There's a few other kind of interesting creatures, but they don't seem to be showing up at the moment. Maybe they'll pop in over here. These guys are really taking over the show though right now. But yeah, so it looks really nice at night. A little bit darker than Omens, but still has, you know, a decent amount of light. This one's kind of fun with that big sail on its back. And then this one with the big bulb on its back. Oh, what do we have over here? Oh, like a deer. Oh, and just watch that sun come up. Check that out. All the purple trees. Love it. It's still such a great planet. All right, let's we'll go off to the next planet. Where to next? Purple Punch is not quite as cool of a planet as it used to be. But what the heck? Let's go check it out real quick. This was our. This planet was the first. This was the first system outside of our home base system, or not system, our home base region of Euclid. That region being Lahanhar Conflux. And this used to be a lush bioluminescent world. And it has since changed. And I'll show you this, what it looks like now, pretty real quick. It's still purple, but it also has a bunch of brown, a lot of the rock showing through the ground. There's still a bunch of bases here. It now has storms, unfortunately. Still very cool. And there's we'll be visiting one of the other planets a little bit in a bit. There are 4 lush planets in this 6-planet system. It's pretty unusual to have that many. Unfortunately, they are like every one of them has storms now. um, there's still some that are worth building on, even though the storm. And some people don't care about storms, and that's perfectly great. It's all a matter of what you like, and that's what's most important. If you like it and you don't care about the storms, then great. That's what's good for you. Again, we are in Euclid for this system, uh, and the system is called. Oh, dang it! I've had this problem where the visited systems thing gets stuck, and you have to act really quick, and it keeps getting stuck. See, nothing shows up over here on the visited systems, and you have to click one over and then one back. Oh, there we go. I was able to do it just fast enough to get it to show up. And I like the name that I called it, Happy Clouds. And the NMH, of course, is for No Man's High. And we've got Sticky Heat, a humid planet. Kobayashi Maru, flourishing planet. This one used to have golden bioluminescent grass. It's now just sort of like that golden orangey color. Still very cool. And it had extreme storms. It had those harsh lightning storms that we used to get. Now they're a little bit different. They're a little more intense now, I would say. And it used to get meteor showers on the reg. And so that's why I called it Kobayashi Maru, because it was very, very trying planet. Very beautiful, but also would ding your uh, what do you call it? Ding your health quite a bit. Blood Orange Kush, Bluebonic. That's an icy, infested ice planet. For like an ice planet, it's very cool. Dank Flower. This used to be the kind of sort of not radioactive, the toxic world. Okay, it's a toxic world now, but it used to be a radioactive with those giant flowers that give off that mist, that glowy mist. Uh, Man, I love that planet. I've got a base there, and I haven't deleted it yet. The planet isn't what it used to be. However, you can find some fun fauna. And then, of course, Purple Punch that we are on right now. Okay, with that, we will head on to the next. And there's plenty of these that are just not in No Man's High space, or they're just not as interesting as they used to be. This one is cool. Again, it is not as great as it used to be. Still very nice. Great colors now. It has a much wider palette of colors than it used to have. Uh, and it has storms. For a short while, it had all robot fauna, and then they patched that issue. Here we are in a storm. And the thing about this planet is that the top of it is bisected by the planetary rings. So we are on a moon, and you can see the rings cut through. And that's one of the coolest things, really, about this planet. And they will, the rings also cut into the caves. So you have this really neat effect. Used to be all red, now it's this sort of teal, some teal trees and some like light purplish trees as well. Cool pink skies and the lushness during the day. It's the color palette is pretty magnificent in my opinion. Get those coordinates up. Again, we are in Euclid. Between the color palette and the rings that cut through, this is magnificent still, in my view. The storms were unfortunately a deal breaker for Dead Parrot, which I get. I completely get that. One more look around. There are so many planets to cover, so I won't spend a ton of time at each one. Sometimes just where we land on the planet will give you plenty of information that you need to know. Oh, here's one of the local fauna. Oops. That light back out. Let's get a little closer with the camera so you can see those teal stripes and then the little orange nodules on its back. Hippo face and that short stubby tail. Cool stuff. I dig how the trees have grown around my base. It gives it that sort of lost to the jungle vibe. Why am I sliding down the stairs? That's kind of ridiculous. And off we go to the next installment. Let's head over here So this is back where we just were a moment ago in the Happy Cloud system, one of the lush worlds. The big selling point on this planet is that it has pretty good sized deposits of not fungal mold, of runaway mold. And we all know you can use the runaway mold to process into nanites. So I built a little containment area because as soon as you shoot them, you know, they just start rolling, and this allows you to harvest easily. You can go down into the pit and just harvest away. And so yeah, you can visit this planet to set up your own runaway mold base, or you can use one of the several runaway mold bases that are already here. Oh, we're just heading into sunrise. You can watch the colors come alive. This one used to have storms on it. The last couple of times I've been here, I have not seen storms. However, I've also not stayed here for very long. So I'm just not sure if it has storms or not. I'll put those coordinates up in Euclid. Oh, I will check the weather in just 1 second, Dead Parrot. I forget that that does tell you, and I have not memorized all of that data. Dangerously hot fog. What does that tell us, Dead Parrot? There'll be storms. Okay. All right. That tells you right there. Again, great color palette. I'm probably going to say that a whole lot more times. And a worthy planet for multiple reasons. It's beautiful, lush, and the runaway mold. Off we go. This is an interesting planet. It started off as one of those. It's got one of the like weird chromatic filters. I forget what it's called, but everything was like the tone of all the colors were really were tuned down quite a bit. Let's, what am I looking for? It wasn't the shimmer. Yeah, it was oil rain. That's what this used to look like. Pretty cool, if I do say so. However, this is what it looks like now. Unfortunately, there are uh, very angry cats. Oh, you have a 17 ball deposit on the campground planet. Oh, nice. I forgot that that planet has them, like Canassa is now. Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, uh, like there was an in-between time when Canassa was amazing, but that was due to a glitch that they fixed. Uh, like they had changed all of the infested worlds, and they were no longer infested. And then they changed it back, which was very unfortunate because that for that short while, it was an amazing planet again. There are heavy chromatic distortions, as you can see on this planet. If you can deal with the angry cats, this still could be a cool place to build. Super chill sentinels, they don't do much of anything. You can even bump into them and they don't do anything. Let's put those coordinates up. Oh, funny. I gotta take that filter off. There we go. There's the coordinates in Euclid. Hey there, Double Tap. Good to see you today. And next. Okay, there's that one, that one. Trying to remember what this one is. I can't remember if this one is actually in No Man's High Space or not. Pardon the creaky chair sound. I oiled it a while back, but it seems to have not worked long term. I have to figure that out. Okay, yes, this is it's in Euclid. Dead Parrot discovered this. It is in No Man's High Space. Once again, lush. Great looking colors. Blue, teal, that sort of purpley color. It's like a dusky purple. And then there's some green. Lots of color variations on the trees here. And of course the dissonant purple in the background. Trying to remember what else is in this system. Okay. Okay, that's another lush planet. We'll hop over there next. Nuclear planet. Haven't really spent much time there. Or the contoured moon. Once again, Euclid. Yeah, yeah, for sure. You see one bubble planet, you pretty much see them all. Yeah, yeah, to a degree. There's the variety of colors that can be different. Rainy Peanut Island is what I call this. The island is just shaped like a peanut. Haven't built anything. And it definitely rains. More chromatic distortion. Let's do this. Oh yeah. Open that wide up. And Peanut Island. Looks exactly like a peanut. Coordinates up. Euclid is where you'll find this one. Planet planters. Yeah, that's true. On the bubble planets, the robot fauna can sometimes make them interesting. Yeah, bowling pin too. I could see that for this island. As we drift on down. Oh, look. We're pretty high up on land. Oh, right. That. Never mind. I was thinking that it was bobbing up and down like it does in the water, but they kind of do that even on land now sometimes. Mmm, crispy. 10-pin drumstick. Okay. I like extra crispy. now we're going to Powder Moon. That's the base I have here. And this, it should tell us in just a second what galaxy we're in. I think, pretty sure it is in Euclid as well. UK. That did not, I thought it was going to show up right there, but it'll show up as soon as we get into space. Look at that view. It is a moon, and the moon is called Pale Blue Dot. And it's all blue. Blue skies, blue grass. Purple trees. And that sort of yellowy, almost mustard-like yellow. So blue, purple, and yellow are the primary colors here. Just about. I can't remember if this moon has water on it. It'd be hilarious if it was a completely different color of water. Yeah, like even the buildings are blue. Like it really went hard on the blue. Oh, I forgot to check the caves here. I was hoping for a little more illumination, but not so much. There's some grass inside the cave. Not even any saucer fungus. I'm blue. Oh yeah. So blue. Alright, I do want to check to see if there's water here. I don't think there is. It doesn't look like it. A lot of times you can tell by looking at the picture here. Not always. Worth a try. Scanning around. Not seeing any water. Yeah, not see. I don't think there's any. Nope. No, I'll just. Oh, you know what? There was an easy way to do this the whole time. Get back out. Alright, we just gotta fly around. the other planets in this system, we've got a scorched planet, foaming planet, irradiated, high energy, and sub-zero planet. But that one has Diplo, so we'll hop over there because I've got a base computer on there. So part of this is going to be a Diplo tour because I've found lots of Diplo along the way, and they are my all-time favorite creature in the game. I like a bunch of the new ones. There's some fantastic new fauna. But my favorite from as early as I can remember have been the Diplo. That's just how I am. Where? Oh, okay, it's right next door. Ice Diplo Outpost is the name of this base. And we got here pretty quickly. Nice. Cool purpley blue grasses. Some green plants over here. And there's our Diplo. Come on. Here's some food. Didn't mean to freak you out. And I'll try to find the other one. Oh, yeah. The bummer about this planet is the sentinels. They're pretty annoying here. If nothing else, you can get yourself a cool Diplo companion. Dang, sentinels. Get away. That's still the same version. Go ahead and put the coordinates up. There we go. Leave that up for a second. That also is in Euclid once again. Yo, Sergeant Belson. How you doing today? The other Diplo should be here. I can't remember if it has frills around its neck or if it was just a plain head. check out the caves while we're here. It's like a little, the perfect little cave. Slanted. Cool nonetheless. Storms. The heck happened to that Diplo? Alright, I'll walk back down to the ship. Hopefully we will see it along the way and not... Oh, get away. Fuck off, sentinels. Oh, there we go. There it is. A little splotchy on the color on this one. This will be a fun picture, I think. Alright, there we have that. Oh, did I not put a... Alright, I guess I need to put up a terminus. And biofuel reactor. Fill it up. And we will get out of here. I'm good, Dash. Thanks. And yourself? Doing all right, you know. Had a hell of a weekend out in the yard. Moving things around. Getting our raised beds, more of our raised beds in so we can get everything planted for the rest of this spring and into our fall garden. We wore ourselves out this weekend. Big time. All right. This base is called Psychedelic Skies, and you'll see why. Cushmints is the planet. The interesting thing is that it's got the lollipop grass, but it's not bioluminescent, which is an odd rarity. But here we are. And this is why I call this space, psychedelic skies. And I'll show you as the, oops, wrong setting. Time of day is what we want. As the day rotates around, you've got all of these colors. There's so many colors throughout the sky here. In Euclid, green sky during the day, green grass during the day, green water. Everything's so green. Fall colors in the shrubbery and the trees. And then we've got what we refer to at No Man's High as giant nip-nip trees. What Sean has been referring to as corn plants, which, fine, looks kind of like corn on the cob, but that's the same piece that's also at the top of nip-nip. So, nip-nip tree it is. You shall bring us a shrubbery. And the sunset colors as well. Looks like tie-dye. Sort of dark teal, purple, orange, magenta. It's such a sight. Just spending like a whole day and night cycle here. Hear me out. What if what if Nip Nip is corn and Gag Nip is popcorn? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's flipping table words there, mister. I'm not getting high off of corn. But it is hilarious to think of. It's a lot of work, but getting the yard in order is so worth it. Absolutely, Sergeant Belson. We've got a ton of raised beds. We're planting kiwi berries. We've got strawberries, blueberries. What are they called? Salmonberry, which is, so it looks like a blackberry, only it's orange, and it looks like salmon roe. But yeah, so that's called salmonberry. And then a couple of other berry varieties that we're growing as well. Space corn may be better. Could also be smoked. But then why would space corn be contraband? Exactly. It's just not. It's no. I'll try almost anything once. Yeah, zesty. All right, all right. In space, no one can hear you cough. Maybe they cross corn with Nip Nip. High and snacks in one package. Ooh. Okay. I'm starting to buy this a little bit more. Space edibles all in one plant. Like it's just you don't have to smoke it, you can just eat it. Edibles, man. Instant edibles. I dig it. Oh, there's a snoozle. Check him out. Snoozling along. What other... Oh, I have not... How have I not checked out the fauna on this planet, especially with so many snoozles? I think we can scan a bunch of these real quick. Oh, more snoozles. Nice. We got the little... whatever that creature is. Okay, how many have we gotten so far? We got 6 out of 11. We've got one more ground. That's mainly what I'm concerned with, is the ones that you can actually adopt. Oh, there we go. Just a cow. Moo. Moo. Purple and green color. Not bad. I like that. The more you snack, the higher you get, and the more you snack, the higher you get, and so on. Then you turn into a hopping pineapple. I'm willing to go down that rabbit hole. Nice. Oh, there's the coordinates in Euclid. And when I talk about claimed space for No Man's High, specifically what we're talking about is, so whatever, we have 3 capital planets. Each one of those planets is in a system. Each one of those systems is in a region. Each one of those regions is in a galaxy. So the region that the capital is in, consider that like the center of a Rubik's Cube. And the regions that surround it, all around it in that sort of configuration, it's the way regions are is sort of like a pattern, like a Rubik's Cube, only way larger than just a cube. However, that's the shape that we have around our home system in each of the 3 galaxies where we have capital planets. So we basically more or less claim each one of the regions around our home region for that capital planet. So we're talking a pretty massive amount of planets when it comes right down to it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Dead Parrot could sort of give a rough estimate as to how many systems are in each region. And then we're talking 27 regions in each of the 3 galaxies where we have our capital planets. So yeah, Um, so this all of what we're going to check out is a very small amount of what there is in No Man's High territory. And mostly just places that I have found myself or the community has found. Or as often just Dead Parrot found it because Dead Parrot travels to a lot of planets. 500 to 600 systems per region and 27 regions per each capital planet. So massive amounts of planets. All right. I can't remember if Red Vines Islands, if that's in No Man's High Space, but we'll check it out. Except Odialutai. True, but I've been thinking that we should claim our normal Rubik's Cube. It's just that Biparar region is like on the side in the middle of the Rubik's Cube. So that way we still have our Rubik's Cube, it's just shifted a little bit. And going up into space and hitting the galaxy map will tell me if this is in, yep, this, yeah, in fact, Iakia. Okay, this is in Euclid. Hop back down to the planet. This is the first of floating island planets that I'll be visiting. And check out the red grass on just some every now and then. God, some of these are really difficult to land on. Okay, we're just not able to land on that one. So most of these are just rocky. Oh, and this one doesn't even have red grass. Cool. Something's weird with the rendering. So all of the trees are floating. But most of these don't have trees at all. They're just kind of rocky topped floating islands. And then we have basically two colors of floating island grass. It looks like it's the same. It's just this one is missing the grass on it. It's just the rockiness with shrubberies and trees. And then that one is the same basically. It just has a grass layer. Yeah, I agree that that exception could be made, Dead Parrot. That's my argument about it anyway. And if we have to have a second capital to make it to smooth it over, then we'll just do that. But I don't think it should be an issue. And once again, we've got the lollipop grass. only it's not bioluminescent. Of course, you're not going to have bioluminescent and floating islands that I have seen so far. I mean, you might find it now, but I think it's going to be really, really rare. And there might only be a few floating islands. It won't be as densely packed as this. But hey, look, the freighter matches the grass, and that's pretty cool from building a base kind of standpoint on this kind of planet. Sweltering damp. Does that have storms, Dead Parrot? I don't remember seeing any. We wouldn't take away from Pandoran Highlands. Okay, so it does have regular storms. I have not seen any all the times that I've been here. I guess 3 or 4 times I've been here. But it might just be rare, which, great. It's a beautiful planet. The variegated grass right there, that curly grass, so cool. So very cool. All right, I'm going to change ships. Just 'cause. It's Murder Hornet. Meatwad. Like, doesn't this look like Meatwad? Tell me. Meatwad, make the money, see? Telling you. All right. What ship do I want to take? Do. Oh yeah. Okay, this is the one that I built. It's kind of chromatically distorted, but this is a completely red ship. It's got that metallic red, and then all of the other red. And I called it Spicy Kerfuffle. I was really high, and that's just what popped into my head. Alright, where can we be off to next? Candy Kush Lake. Can't remember if this one is in No Man's High space, but we'll check it out. Oh yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Cotton Candy Kush is the planet. This one was found by Hot Brown. Light showers are humid, beautiful, temperate, balmy, mild rain, refreshing breeze, pleasant, mellow, and blissful are no storms. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. There we go. Oh, look at that blue sky at night. Little green. So, yeah, that's kind of the way Blue Dream or Omens 11 looks like at night. Similar. Green skies, teal grass, purple flowers, or purple plants with red centers, blue grasses. Some nice colors. Slightly hazy sunset. Overall, very nice planet. In Euclid. I love the purple haze with dreamscape sky. Yeah. Okay, we might. I don't know that we have any more on this save file. Let me just double check before we move on to the next. So this one is really cool. It's a paradise bubble, but it's outside of No Man's High. We might cover that in another stream later. I think those are the ones that are really worth checking out. Okay. Quit to mode select. And off we go to... Alright, let's check out this save file. Just gonna go in order of their creation. And this is a chromatically distorted hex planet. Basically what you would call a chameleon planet. So it has that purple cast over it, and then you land, and it's got this golden hue. I don't normally like this kind of planet. They always look so monochrome to me. But the chameleon aspect of this planet, I fell in love with it instantly. Yeah, this one does have personality for sure. And I don't normally build in this color palette. Oh my gosh, that tree is right in the middle. That's not normally there. Looks like I gotta do some tree trimming. Oh, it's not even letting me in. So, oh, what? Oh, I can just shoot it from here. It's been a while since I've been here. Yeah, like I said, I don't normally build in this color palette, but something about that purple just said use the blue and yellow color palette. And then check out night. Okay, this one is an Eisentam. Got 3 suns in the system. Look at that sunset. Just gorgeous. It's a little bit darker than it used to be, but overall it's still pretty close. Magenta skies at night. The planets look blue. And then check out the rings on this planet as it comes around. There used to be a bunch more green in it. But it still has a little bit of green. It has some peachy tones. And I think it looks nice uh, up against the magenta sky. Hey there, Coco Pelly Bob and Super Soft Drink. Welcome in. Incoming Flowery Squirrel Raid. Oh, wonderful. And if you are unfamiliar with Flowery Squirrel, do go check out his channel. He does a lot of living ship hunting and has found some magnificent stuff over the years. Definitely go check out Flowery Squirrel. And there he is. Welcome in, Flowery Squirrel, and hello, Raiders. Thank you very much for joining. Mike UK, good to see you. It's been a while since I've seen you in chat. We are just cruising around in no man's high claimed space, checking out some cool planets, showing the coordinates so people can find a good home to build on if they haven't had much luck finding something on their own. I'm offering up cool places to find cool planets. And thanks for dropping that there, Coco Pelly Bob. I appreciate it. Just got to check something real quick. All right, just needed to do something. Okay, all good. So yeah, this one is wild for a hex planet. Just wild colorations. You're not gonna see that probably on any other hex planet. And I do hope this never gets reset. It's such a unique planet. And off we go to the next. Where should we start? Can't remember if this one is in our claimed space or not. We'll go check it out. If nothing else, there are Diplo, and I could show you that. I don't think this is a particularly spectacular planet, but I am always, like I said earlier, going to point out the Diplo. I think at this point, if Sean did another reset, he'd have torches and pitchforks at the HG front door. Yeah, probably. Okay, this is not in our claimed space, and it's a terrible planet now. Swampy. I don't know. I guess it's not that bad. There's a lot of swampy ones that are way worse. All right, we will move right along. Oh wait, I forgot. I am going to show off the Diplo because Diplo. Yeah, I was just thinking in terms of like the few planets that really have not been reset are like that hex planet that we were just on, and there's a few other ones that have not really been touched, like um, well, some of the infested planets have been altered, but not all of them. Some of the mega exotics have been altered, but not all of them. And I'm just hoping that it kind of stays that way, that they don't continue to dink with some of those other ones that they didn't really mess with before. I am not seeing the Diplo here. What does it look like? Oh, there's some purple and tan snake heads. There we go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Emerald Dream didn't get nerfed much, but it did. The only thing that it did was take away the bioluminescent grass. It's still the same color. Everything else is still the same. White Walker, in my view, White Walker improved. I really did not like the orange water that we had on that planet, but now the way water works and looks now, I love it. And that is one of the planned places that I wanted to stop and check out. Blue Dream got an equally good upgrade. Yes, I was very surprised about that. There's a couple of other planets that hopefully we'll get to that got major upgrades, and I want to show those off. So very cool. Those emaciated Diplo always look sad. I don't know, they remind me of camels. Like that face is very camel-like, and it even has a hump. So that's what those look like here. They should be showing up. I'm just not seeing them. Okay, where are we? Oh yeah, this was during. Oh yeah, this is during. Okay, this I found this during the first expedition, and you had to find like, what was it 25 or something unique undiscovered systems, and I found this grouping of like just a huge amount of 3-star economy systems all in this small cluster, relatively small cluster of stars in the galaxy map. Very cool. So I just did a shorthand so I could keep track of how many I had discovered that were actually mine. And this is number 23. I think we might take off because I'm not seeing any of the Diplo, and I do want to get to some of these other planets as they are actually in No Man's High space, and that's what we're focused on today. Next, I think we'll go here. It's a heavily chromatic distorted planet. The cool thing here is it's got robot fauna. We won't spend a whole lot of time here. Like heavily chromatic distortion. Very, very red during the day. And we've got all these robots. And this one is in Euclid. Also, in this same system, just got to bring it up real quick. I called this Mecha Duo because there are two planets in the system that have robots. And they used to only have two robots each, so I called it 1 2 1 2 testing 1 2 1 2. Anyway, it's ridiculous. Hey, Salably, how are you doing today? And Andre, welcome in. Quick hello, peoples. Glad you could pop in for a few minutes. We're just cruising through some real estate planets. So this one isn't particularly spectacular. It's a metallic planet. But again, it's got some fun robots. And this is an infested paradise. Not great looking. It's got kind of those ruddy brown kind of colors. It's okay if you like those colors. Not knocking it if that's your thing. Just not my favorite. Hop down here. I do love the color distortions around lighted objects like that. Very, very cool. That's the big thing I like about this planet is when you set down lit objects, you get those fun color variations. Pretty sure that one is not. All right. Here's like one of the, it's not really lush. It's like one of the swamp type planets. However, there are no storms. And the color palette is pretty amazing. I stopped by here during my last stream. But I will, for those that didn't make that, we'll go up and top side and I'll show you. It's just got this light rain during the day, nothing harsh, or at night usually, sometimes during the day, usually at night. We've got these cool Mogaras. Wait, did it? Let's try this again. Now, the color distortion has changed a little bit with Worlds 2. It's not too terribly off, but the vibrant colors of everything else are still intact. So we've got the masked Mogara, and we've got this the little Gek face, turtle face Mogara, red striders. My favorite thing about this planet is between the color variations of all the plants and the fauna. Those are the big things for me. I don't normally like this kind of planet. This one's special. And then we have the sphere fauna. There they go. So the spheres, the Mogaras, the Striders. There was another one that I liked too. Oh, the Snoozles. Oh, and the Bone Cats. I forgot it also has the Bone Cats. Fun fact, infested paradise does not mean storm free. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Striders. Yeah, the Spire Mountains are kind of nice here. There we go. Several spires up there. Oh, here we are. Trying to remember what else was in this system. Mutating relic. Oh, you know, I have not checked out the rest of this system, I don't think, since Worlds 2 Humid Planet. All right, let's go check those out real quick. We might find a gem. Oh, but first, throw those coordinates up in Euclid. Can't forget that. Just leave those up for another second. Okay. Now we will head off, check out those 2 planets that looked promising. What were their names again? Steamed crabs and gamma deer. Oh dear. Oftentimes I will name a planet after what you can find on it fauna-wise. It helps me remember what exactly is on that planet. Is everything on the other side of this one? I think so. What the heck? Okay. Oh, there's everything. Okay. All right. All right. Ooh, just slammed into a asteroid. Steamed crabs. Oh, aggressive sentinels, of course. Have you visited the Cuzco capital yet? You mean Happy Clouds? And the Purple Punch? Yes. Technically, that's a capital, even though it's in the cube. Yeah, that was our first, like, capital planet immediately outside of the original capital planet system. And our first foray outside of Lahanhar conflux. What are we I love the sky colors so far. Wait, what? Oh, I just... What the fuck? Normally you can land on the freighter ring, but it's not letting me. That's ridiculous. That's funny. I guess they took that away now that we can land on water. Lanahar? But there's an extra H. There's an extra H in there. No? Are you sure? Ooh, orange skies. Double check that. Yeah, orange skies. Let's find the land. Let's check out what the land looks like. There's the land. Kadoosh. Teal. Very hazy. I think that's a little too hazy for me. At night it looks magnificent. Not super thrilled about this one during the day. Lahanhar. Lahanhar to me. Oh, you put the two H's next to each other, but they're not next to each other. Lahanhar. And here we are at Notric. Yes way. La Hanhar. Right there. All right. Let's check out how this is now a relic planet. I have not been here at all since probably first discovering this. Whoa. That looks trippy so far. Those green tones in the sky. The blue color on the and the orange colors on the relic pieces. Why can't we, come on, Sean, why can't we colorize the relic pieces? This is absurd. All of these planets have an amazing color palette, and a lot of them have vines too. Like, why can't we have that? Come on, Sean. Yellow sky, not my favorite, of course. Okay, the blue, it's not blue during the day. It's sort of purpley on some of these. Let me double check that. Sometimes the filter from the previous planet will follow over in camera mode. No, that's purple. But those are still very orange. That's like safety cone orange. Fascinating color palette here. What do we have for fauna? Okay, an underground one that I never found. Deer, cow, crab, bats, and Steven. It's a Steven with derpy feet. Dead parrot's least favorite feet. Flipper feet is what you call them, right? Weird. They are a little disturbing, I gotta say. All right, there we have that. It's an interesting color palette. What kind of volatile winds? Doesn't look like it's bad at all. 5 effing years. Alright, I'm going to call my freighter in so we can go to the next one. All my spreadsheets and documentations, you've spelled it wrong on all of that this whole time. I swear to Bob, I cannot believe I've had that wrong the whole time. Here we go. On to the next planet. Okay, we've been there, we've been there. Okay, this was all the Indigo Tower. That was almost our capital planet in Eisentam. It was in the running. It was neck and neck for a while with the one that actually won. I was really bummed that this one didn't get it. The unfortunate thing is that it no longer looks anywhere near as cool as it used to. It really got nerfed. So I'm glad that our other actual capital planet did not get nerfed. How is that possible? I edited the wiki 10,000 times. I have no idea, Dead Parrot. I don't know. The Mandela effect. Maybe. Alright, that's just kind of a generic icy planet. That's an okay planet. Looks cool at night, but not nearly what it used to be. That's an okay planet. This is a infested paradise. Okay. All right, let's trying to figure out where we should go next. There's a bunch of just sort of ordinary plain ones. This planet is called Maui Wowie. You hate the actual name? Oh, man. Yeah, so Dead Parrot and I have both been part of No Man's High for 5 years now at this point. This is in our capital system in Eisentam. Not the capital planet, but this is in the capital system. Beautiful green rolling hills. Well, that's kind of freaky looking. Oddly just oddly wormed-like. Green skies, green grass, so lush. Orangey red trees. Nice looking water. Once again in Eisentam. Oh, your buried archive base? Yeah, this is White Walker. What's the name of your base? Integrity. Chronic Outpost. Dank Dynasty. Smuggler's Archive. Wait, was that it? Yeah, that's it. Let's go. Is it still I wonder if it'll show up buried. Didn't you excavate a bunch of that? I'll go check it out real quick. Greeny. There we go. Okay, I just want to see. Oh, it's not far away from my base at all. Recently uploaded today. Okay, cool. Oh, there it goes. It sank right into the ground. This is wild. I can't see your edits, unfortunately. Wasn't there like a whole cave system? Yeah, I can't see any of that at all. But I know what we can do. We can drop the build camera inside terrain. A little bedroom. This is kind of a fun way to check everything out. You can see up underneath the terrain everywhere. Little seating areas. All tunneled out. Yeah, I do like what you did with the place. Fun thing to do with a partially buried archive. Oh, there it goes. Let's see if it actually loaded in. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this is great. Having the ship just land right through the rock. There's some water down there. That's pretty nifty. I guess it was just going to take it a minute to load in. All the stuff down in the tunnel. I dig it. Reminds me of those Star Trek episodes where there's tunnels and stuff everywhere. Neat. I dig it. Alright, and we'll actually use this to go to our next planet. Can't remember if this is No Man's High. Actually, I don't think it is. But this is. Oh, I will get to White Walker. My base there is on a different save file. It's not an elaborate base, it's just a really simple one. But for ease of jumping around from base to base, I'll visit it on the next save file. Here we are on a lush planet in Eisentam. Got the tower, pointy tower archives. Okay, yeah, that's just as a vintage filter on it. At night, it is, come on, very dark. It's not as dark as it used to be, which is nice, but it's still dark enough to make it difficult to build at night. I also happen to be right next to an EM field. Always nice to have that close by your base. One of the cool things I like about this planet is actually the system that it's in. And we will fly up there in just a second. These orange, the orange sky that gives way to this maroon and purple and blue color. Like that fade of colors is super cool. But one of the coolest things is this color palette with a black hole. I have brought my freighter here, parked it right in front of this black hole before, and just sat there vibing out, listening to some music, just watching that go. Just freaking love it. Yeah, I stopped by just the trip earlier and showed that to people. No longer its former glory, but still cool in other ways except for the storms. Okay. What else do we have here? Incandescent. Gamma intensive planet. I called that Yo Gamma Gamma. Contoured planet has those cabled ball parts. Bungle in the Jungle. That's a verdant planet. It used to have glowy grass, but it got taken away. Very jungle. There's storms. Oh, S-class skull MT. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's that planet. Okay, that's where we were. Royal Black Hole Archive. And this system. Dang it. This keeps freezing and I can't access. There we go. Nope. There we go. That was annoying. And I think I called this something like Royal Orange. Yeah, royal orange. Because of this S-class skull multi-tool. I think maybe the only one who's found a non-working black. Oh, right. I certainly haven't seen a non-working one. Oh yeah, so there's a cool S-class skull staff weapon and Diplo, all on a tropical planet. And it has broiling humidity for the weather, so storms. Yellow sky, green grass, yellow, green. All right. Did I have a... Okay, there's... How did I miss the base that by that much? But here's the multi-tool that you can find. Worth a visit for that, and to check out Diplos, which we'll do in a second before we take off. Oh, there we go. Sort of ruddy, like rusty brown, and that yellowy color. Very fall. Very camel. Very I'm tired of your shit. Oh, and a one of those. All right, we're gonna bolt on to the next. Whoa. Diplo needs to eat a few biscuits. You're not wrong. Okay. No, that one's not. Or is it? I have to... Cannot remember if this one is in No Man's High or not. If it isn't, there's a near identical planet that is definitely in No Man's High. And I'll have to check out There's one way to find out for sure. Where's my ship? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, there it is. Where are we? Koyotar. Yeah, okay, this is... Yeah, this is No Man's High territory. And so I found 2 of these planets. Oh, sorry for the spin roll. They are dissonant. They are green glowing grass. This one has shrooms and those little ball plants right there. The other version of this does not have the mushrooms or those ball plants. It has the giant sort of rust colored mushrooms. But this is... I freaking love this planet. Again, once again, like I've said so many times, the color palette. We got the purple crystals with the green grass. And then all of these mushrooms. That one's blue. I think that's mostly what is here is blue and maybe one other color. I think just blue, I guess. I thought there was another color too. These, all of the rest of these that are not the blue ones, I planted those. But all the dissonant crystals, just fantastic. And somewhere they should be showing up any time now. Another splash of color from the giant bugs with the glowy, there we go. The glowy crystals. Like the orange against the purple and green and all the other colors that are here. Oh, so cool. One of my absolute favorite planets that I've found. Oh, and there's my base up there. We will go back up there to go on to the next planet. Oh, wait, I need to put the chords up. This is in Heisentam, as we like to call it. Oops. There we go. This is wicked cool. The Joker called in, wants to buy a house here. Right? Yep, this is Eisentam. One of my absolute favorite planets that I've ever found. And I found, at this point, 2 of them, which was completely unexpected. Again, not exactly the same, but really close in a lot of ways. Nope, I don't want to sit. There we go. Nope, solar panel. Base terminus, there we go. Had to screenshot this one. Oh yeah, please do. And like I've said this whole time, like any feel free to check out any of these planets, build up a base, and if you like, you can join us in our Discord, and that information is in the description of this video. And where to next? There are some of these that changed that I haven't gone back to yet. Bungle in the Jungle, that one's okay. But we're going to go to Dissonant Dips because Diplo and the cool Dissonant Planet. And I'm going to grab a beverage real quick. I'll be right back. All right. So we've got this radiation planet. But check out that view of the gas giant. And the color, the light up trees, the colors at night, very nice. And during the day we have that pink sky, blue haze in the background. It just looks very nice. Put those coordinates up. It is. It's just nice to view. Yeah, the view of the gas giants is really all that's super good about them. The colors and them being in the background of a moon shot. Yeah, that's really what they're good for at this point. I was expecting so much more from the gas giants than what we got. Much thicker atmosphere. Like I was expecting it to take quite a while to get down to the surface, and like floating planets and stuff like that. Or not floating planets, derp. Floating islands is what I was expecting. That was a pretty quick one. Now I want to run off to there's a bubble lush called Grape Oasis. It's in a purple system, and I call it Grape Oasis because of because of the color purple, and Oasis because most of the planet is just like craggy brown rock, and then every now and then there will be this sort of oasis of bioluminescent grass. And you can see just as you look around that most of it is just that brown rock. you just get this oasis every now and then. It's a pretty decent sized area. Doesn't have as many trees as I would like, and I might end up hunting for a different place that has more trees naturally so I don't have to spend so many parts. And that is in Eisentam. Can't remember. Oh, we've got these guys. Those are pretty cool. Got some kangaroo things. Birds. Six-legged cow. Oh, there's some more flipper feet dead parrot. Oh, and then green jeweled bugs. I love I So my favorite of all of the new creatures have been the bugs. All the light that they give off, all of the jewels that are on most of them. So my favorites come down to the bugs and Diplo, of course. I feel like Bubble Lush is a lot more rare now. I've experienced that. Like I probably lost a dozen bioluminescent grass planets, of which maybe half of those were Bubble Lush. And probably lost more than a dozen, but a half a dozen of them were Bubble Lush. And I think I might have found 4 to replace those, so it does seem like they're a little bit less common. Okay, Grape Oasis, Stellar Corruption, Bleak. Yeah. Alright. Where to next? A lot of those are not super exciting. This one is wild. Okay. This one has some wild ass rock formations. It's effing cold tonight. BRB, need a coat. Of course. Don't freeze. Bioluminescent grass. Unusual color. Not sure exactly even what to call that color. Not quite root beer. Maybe closer to Dr. Pepper color. This is a system discovered by Dead Parrot. But like, it has this color during the day. The shadow cast on it is green. But check out this rock formation. just wild. Rose gold. Yeah, I can see that a little bit. Look, and there's another one back in this direction. And this giant mountain ridge all the way down. And then all the way back that way into the distance. I have no idea what I'm going to build here, but I had to drop a base computer. Such a unique formation. And bubble. Trying to get those lit up. Yeah, blue are what those are. And then purple you can see off in the distance in the very center of the screen. And then what is this one? Okay, that one's blue. I thought I had another different shape of mushroom. There we go. Green. So green, blue, and purple. And then those little green mushrooms right there. Just cool stuff. And then oh, and that sunset, check that out. This one is in Odialutai. And this one, I think this is another dead parrot find. Bubble Lush. Once again. We need a featured base in 256. That would be cool. I need to get on it. And this one is that harmless storm type. One of the coolest things about this, I called the, so I put this base underneath one of the, this rock formation, and I called it Under the Bridge Downtown. So I'm not too far from the portal. The interesting thing is Let me widen this all the way out to the widest field of view. How high can we make this go? So that rock formation actually encircles the entire, it encircles the portal. So it just wraps all the way around and there's the portal right there. How could I not build a base here? It just seems like a, I don't know. It seems like a good place to build. I'm all about the purple pink palette. It does have yellow water and sort of a beige-ish, peachy kind of sky. It's a racetrack. Oh yeah, it could totally be a racetrack. Totally could be a racetrack. Just the dissonance and the fact that it's a bubble, lush, harmless storm planet. I love weird combinations like that. And the way the bubbles look at a distance, you can see that they have a unusual color tones to them. Okay. All right, we're going to go on to the next save file. I'll try to speed run a couple of these other planets because there's some that I definitely want to get to. It's taken me a bit longer to get through some of these than I thought it was going to. But we're doing all right on time. Oh, did I forget the glyphs on that one? All right, I can always go back. Okay, this is one just beautiful. This is White Walker, the No Man's High Eisentam capital planet. Look at that white grass and the blue sky and the water. It used to have that kind of gross looking orange water. I never liked the combination of this planet until Worlds 2 gave it a glow up. Yeah, it is just fantastic. The colors of the trees aren't the best, uh, but still, overall, damn fine planet. Oh yeah, glyphs. forgot the glyphs. Eisentam. No Man's High, capital planet in Eisentam. Is that you in the system with me? Dead parrot. Oh, you must have picked me up. Rarg. Rarg. Love these beasties. I haven't done a whole lot with this. I just put a bunch of those flowers around. some of these little parts over here. But one thing I did do is this right here. This. Looks cool at night. And yeah, there's a... Oh yeah, that purple light. I thought I'd put a light fissure in here, but I guess not. That was fun to merge that together like that. Got a battery on the backside. And then you can see the solar panels buried in the base. There's something fun and silly. Okay, so that's White Walker. Sometimes it is tricky to hit. Oh, why is it not? Normally I don't have this trouble accessing the terminus. Oh, there it goes. What's next? Right, there's that. That one got hosed. That one got hosed. That one got hosed. There's the flowery gallery. Flowery squirrel who popped in here with a raid earlier. Invited a bunch of people out to build little vignettes of our artistic expression on one of his bases. And I planted this base down a bit of a distance away so I could easily go back there. That was before you could add bases to your favorites. Claws, Mushroom Mountain, that one got hosed, that one got hosed. That one's not mine. That one. Okay, Diplo Outpost, Arachnia 2. Okay, here's one we can go to. This one is where I moved my spider base, and it's a cool purple volcano system for those who like the different color volcanoes. This is a place for you. Grape Gushers is the name of the planet. And that kind of tells you all you need to know about this. Wait, what is that up there? Cactus flats. Oh, okay. There we go. This is in Euclid. It used to be just an ordinary hot planet, but Worlds 2 gave it an upgrade. And I found the new spot to put Queen Arachnia, the glass spider base. Okay. get back up here. There we go. Right to the terminus. Okay, where else should we go? Of all this. Let's check out. Nope, that one's not No Man's High. That's okay. Not that one. All right, this one's pretty nifty. This is in the hydroponic chronic system. It's in a hot planet that is also dissonant. Look at that view right there. Got the planet on the water. Blue skies, blue water. And while there's not much in the way of like grasses or anything like that, the color of the rock is mottled and the colors are pleasant. Check out the water. Just really cool. Some fun eerie sounds. And this base. So I set this base up. So that it's a ship photo booth. And you can like throw different filters on it and do it at different time, you know, take your picture at different times of the day. It's just a neat little silly kind of base. Very simple, not much to it. But it's nicely centered and can show off your favorite ship. And that looks like Euclid addressed to me. And I say that because the patterns of the glyphs, uh, it, when you're looking at all the different places where No Man's High has capital planets, you start to recognize the last few digits of the glyphs, and that generally tells us anyway right away what galaxy it's in. Sometimes I have to go and double check, but I'm pretty sure that is in Euclid. Along with bioluminescent grass planets, I'm a sucker for a lot of dissonant planets, and when you have a nice palette like this one has, with the dissonant crystals. It's gonna definitely drop a base computer. Okay, that's in Hilbert. Is Dorjung. All right, now we're getting into other outside places. Off to the next save file. And there's one in particular that I ran across not too long ago, and it's kind of what prompted this idea to just show off a bunch of the planets around No Man's High, just because there's some fascinatingly unique planets and systems. And this is our third capital planet. This one is in Odialutai, Galaxy 256. If you are unable to get to Galaxy 256, you can hit us up in the No Man's High Discord, or you can hit up Pangalactic Star Cabs in their Discord. Both of those are in the description for this video. Few people have seen my base here. Oh, we've got it carried over the chromatic distortion from the last planet. And this is just something I kind of threw together over time. It's really hazy right now. It seems hazier than normal for some reason. This is kind of fun to put together. I tried going for a normal looking kind of base, but using some interesting techniques, like making these windows, just the top part of the window is you can see through. And so what you have there is that window panel with those doorways merged in together. And then I did some fancy placing shenanigans up here. And then sunken in right there is a shrunken down dome piece. I'm still kind of playing around with that. Oh yeah, since I'm doing that, I'll pop over to Dead Parrot's base real quick. Just need to find. Oh, actually, I'll just teleport over there. There we go. The Falls Conservatory Project. Instantly, we're right next to the waterfall. You can see it just coming right down the hill and in, right in there, right to the base terminus. Very cool effect that has. And then we'll do a quick overview. Base computer and other doodads. Got the crane lifting up. This is a really cool house. Oh, that's a nice way to accentuate the water source. Got the round. It's like a little exclamation point. Oh, all the plants. I didn't notice that before. Is that fairly new, the plants up there and those sail parts? So sail rooftop parts? Ooh, neat. Big oblong shaped bar. Oh, I dig the grill. So customers don't get burned. Fireplaces with the bug heads. Giant curtains. Well, that is a big doorway, and you got to close that off for private parties. Oh. Oh, it's a tiny little. It's a tiny bedroom. There's another one. That encourages your bed and breakfast customers to mostly stay in the main parts and then only use those tiny rooms to go to sleep. Fantastic grow operation. That's cool. Like, it's definitely changed since the last time I was here, which has been a while. Cool, cool. Oh, wait. There was something else here, wasn't there? Around this way. There we go. The other waterfall. Nice. And another terminus. And then we've got the landing pad where my ship is. And this little walkway going up to a mud hut. Right on. Oh yeah, that's right. Almost every plant in the round room up there. Whoa. Okay. We're going to get moving on. Okay, that's not, that's not, that's not. Okay, this is a lot of not. no man's high territory. This, on the other hand, I've showed this on my streams before, but if you haven't been there, spectacular planet as far as lush planets go. Yeah, same, dead parrot. That would have sucked real bad if your meltdown was hit the hard drive. This one got one of the biggest glow ups. It was for a bioluminescent grass planet. This is one of two that just changed the color that I am aware of. Look at this butterfly. Look at him. It's like I said, one of two that just changed the color of the bioluminescent grass. It was green before, but it looked really, somehow looked really dull and ordinary, and so I never did anything with it. But when I visited again, I was excited to see that not only was the water shallower, like all of this used to be covered up. None of this was here before. And that is my settlement over there on that island. That's the only thing really on the island, is like that sort of mountain in the background and then just settlement in the foreground. And then this was all gone. Only a little bit of that back island was out of the water. And man, I love this planet. It's called Slushy? Yeah, Purple Slushy. And the name of the base is Slushy Supreme. Or no. What did I call this? I changed it. Oh, the reactor. That's what I called this planet. This base. Purple Slushy is the planet. That's a frozen planet with Mogara, the little proto-gex. Oh yeah, glyphs. There we go. And that's in Euclid. Yeah, this is the giant generator. It is Euclid. It doesn't have a ton of super cool fauna, but the what do you call it? The butterflies are really the best part of that. And then it does have the lesser mushroom beetle. The purple and green is nice. There is that. And wait a minute. I'm not going back over there. I'm in such a habit of immediately going over to the settlement that I keep wanting to go over there. Gravimetric. Sentinel, that's not actually galactic bubble, infested dissonant, spicy tomato. That's a round ball archive that looks like tomato colors. Fizz 2. Oh, I know where that is. Oh, check. This is wild. Talk about like wild cave systems. This is one of the wildest. Oh, all right. All right, Dead Parrot. Thanks for popping in and chatting with me today. And we'll talk to you later. Embriana. Uh, this is a gas giant system. There's one moon right there, one little tiny moon on the horizon. Got another base here. What is that one? Oh yeah, dissonant fire. It's a hot planet with dissonance. The thing I like about this, it has that hazy, let me make sure that that's actually, because it seems like it's a little more intense than normal. It's not usually quite this hazy. That is really hazy. My favorite thing about this, we'll go down into it, is the caves. Absolutely unreal caves. Like, I have not seen anything quite like this before. Let me see if I can drop the fog. It's not, like I said, it's not generally that foggy. That doesn't really change anything. But that, like how like open and craggy that is. It looks like a damn dangerous place to be in. Let's move the sun over there on that angle so you can see. Yeah, they're definitely messing with the code right now because it's not anywhere near this hazy generally. But I love this cave system. It's huge. It's weirdly formed. And it looks like it is going to stab you. For a short while, it had robots when there were literally robots everywhere. Too many robots everywhere. After Worlds 2. But those went away. Not sure what other fauna it has. I can't remember. I've got spider crabs, cows, birds. A lot of fairly ordinary. The big attractor here is the caves and the colors. I think I put the, and that's, I think we're in Odialutai. One way to check that out very quickly. Yes, that is, we are in Odialutai. Just 1 second, I've got to plug in my headphones. They're about to die. Okay, I think we got it. And where else are we going? Oh, what I wanted to do is I need to go back to a different Odialutai base. Need to go back to this one because I'm pretty sure I have the portal. And there's a planet I want to go to that is probably the coolest color palette of any planet I've ever seen in No Man's Sky ever. And this is, we're talking 7.5 years of checking out planets in this game. Let me see, we should have... Where is it? I thought I had... the portal marked here. Is it over there? Nope, that's just Dead Parrot's base. Alright, I'll have to scan for it. And I know I have a base there at that planet, but I can't remember what freaking save file it was on. I tried to find it earlier. I'm gonna try to find it one last time. In the base terminus. I thought it was on this save file. And it might not have an actual picture with it. Fire and water, nope, nope. Gamma Hill. Candyland Lake. Is that it? Is it Candyland? No. Huh. I guess it's not on this save file. Alright. What the heck? Let me get in my ship and try to scan for a monolith. Not here. How do I not have maps to scan? Oh, here we go. Paleontological dig. Looking for a monolith. Oh, wait a minute. I'm spamming the wrong map. Dang it. This is the map I need. Come on, monolith. There we go. Perfection. There's the monolith. Not very far, which is nice. Gliding on down. Can I pass the test? I am here, but not here. Bathe in our waters, feel Korvac's echoes calm. Bathe in our waters, feel Korvac's echoes calm. That sounds a little creepy and mildly threatening. Expanding pool of liquid metal has rippled out of the obelisk's space. My feet have already been covered. In the bright reflection I see my expression. Turn to horror as I begin to sink. I feel warming hands on my legs pulling me down to the silver sheet. Into the silver sheet. Every hazard detection device on my multi-tool is going haywire. Let's sink. I emerge from the metal pool in a fetal position. I feel alive and reinvigorated. Loom damage. Alright, there we go. Locate that Korvac's portal. And while we're here, I'm just going to take a look at this dissonant weapon. Discordant interface. Inspect runic technology. Oh, I got one very similar to this already. In my last stream, in fact. Gosh, that looks like a little mandarin orange slice. All right. Off we go to the portal. And where is it? There it is. Cool, cool, cool. Right now I am looking for the coordinates to the planet that we're going to. I must have overlooked it on one of the other save files. It'll just take me a second to dig through some of these pictures. Oh, I know where it is. Give me 1 second. Actually, give me another few seconds. Just got to take a quick bio break. I will be right back. And we're back. Okay, I'm now looking up those coordinates right now. I posted them in No Man's High. So I should be able to find them pretty quickly. Where's that channel? There we go. Bases and planets. So back a little bit farther. A little bit farther. There we are. Where are... I know I posted a picture of the coordinates. What? Alright, what the heck? I could swear I posted coordinates. Did I just lose this freaking planet? Alright, one other place I need to check real quick. Just take me a second. We're going to dig through some images. And there we are. Where the hell are the coordinates? What is this madness? There we go. Okay, I knew I had one. That freaked me out for a second there. I thought I'd lost the coolest planet ever. And you can see that image right there. That's what we're going to go see. But first, we need to get back to where we once belonged. And dial it in. I gotta go through all of this first. Luckily this save file has free purchases. And I don't have to feed every single one of those. Activate portal. Alright, what have we got? We've got the face, falcon, Yggdrasil, tent, jellyfish, pointer, jellyfish, space whale, tent, spider, Triskel, and Yggdrasil. There we go. And away we go. Traveling through the cosmos. Traveling, and we're there. Look at that. That's pretty quick, as trips go. Olveros Prime. The one drawback are these harsh storms. But the rest of the planet is spectacular enough in my view that it's well worth the storms. And this, I just want to mess around with camera mode. Because I like doing that. Get away from that fog. This might be a pretty cool picture. Just a little bit of haze. Oh yeah, get rid of vignette. By the time we're done with this, then the storm should be over and we can actually see what it looks like without the storm. Okay, it's not over. Hopefully not too much longer. In the meantime, let's check out the caves over here. I thought there were caves over here. Storm clearing. Okay, not cave. More not cave. Okay. Now we're talking. Take the vintage filter off. Move away from that. And look at this color palette. That wild green, yellow. With that deep magenta. And the blue water. And naturally it does have fog on it, and I took away the fog. So that's the natural state of the fog. The blue in the background adds a bit extra. It's actually a deeper haze than what I had on it just a second ago. I don't know what I'm going to build here, but I think it's going to be fun. And then we've got Diplos. Like, what else could you ask for? A crazy, crazy color combination, and then these Diplos. Where's the other one? The other one's even better than that one. There we go. Check that out. With the fins and that crazy ladder neck and the really wide head. And the colors go perfectly with the planet. It's like it blends in with the planet, except for the pink. One of each of them kind of merged together. Just I I can't get over this palette. Like, I friggin' love it. It's just so off the wall. And there we have it. I uh, I think that's where we're going to end it for today. I hope you, in some small way, enjoyed the tour of No Man's High. We might do another one of these. I was thinking I might have all of the uh, members of No Man's High kind of submit their favorite planet, and we might do another tour. Might not. We'll see how it goes. I enjoyed showing these off. There's a bunch of them that n- nearly no one has ever seen, and I, I think it's cool to just have eyes on some of these planets. There's some special ones out there, and I don't feel like they get enough attention. So I thought I would do a live stream about it, have some chill, relaxing vibes of just seeing the universe, seeing the No Man's Sky universe. I appreciate everybody coming out and spending some of your very valuable time with me. If you'd be so kind as to hit a like and subscribe if you have not already done so, I'd certainly appreciate it. The algorithm loves it somehow. That's what it do. And yeah, until next time, I hope you have a great day, week, year, and quite frankly, life. I'll see you around. Have a great one.